Welcome and welcome back to my channel, Vintage Adventurer. I'm Brenda, and today I'm just cleaning up the stuff on my processing desk that I haven't shown you in previous hauls. I haven't been thrifting much. So we're getting ready to do a garage sale. The North Hudson, Wisconsin citywide garage sale is like April 24th and 25th. So if you're in the Twin Cities area, you might want to consider that. I don't know how they promote it. It used to just be called, I think, the Cherry Circle sales. So I'm going to be up at my sister's in North Hudson, dumping a lot of stuff. I've just gotten started. I'm going to be looking at some of my oldest inventory and releasing it into the wild. So if I can't sell it, maybe you can, or maybe it's something you're looking for. But let's get started on some of this stuff over on this side of my processing desk. I think I've shown you all the stuff from previous videos, like this, who is this? Dino Martin's Murano piece. So all that is over here. This is not listed, but I'm working diligently now that it's the first of the month, and I have 250 more free listings. I don't have a store on eBay. I've been debating it, but you know, I think it's what, $8 a month? I don't know what it's worth it. I know you can turn on and have sales. Maybe since sales are so slow, I know I watched a video last night by oh, what's that guy's name? He sells a lot of hats and CDs and games and collectible, you know, cartoon and TV show stuff. Forgotten his name now. But he was talking about the eBay decline in sales this month. And I had a great Christmas. I had a okay January. I think people were, I mean, I can't complain about January and February, but March, man, wow. Sales have really slid. So I guess it's the economy. People are afraid to spend their money because they're worried about what is going to happen with all these tariffs. Well, everything's going up, and I hope buying used will become more popular. But with that rant being said, it's April 2nd here in Wisconsin, and I will just flip you around for a second. We got snow last night. We had a couple inches this weekend, so we're just getting hit again with the last vestiges of winter. So let's get started on what these random items are left on my desk. And I may have shown some of these before and not remembered it. So the first item, and I'm not even going to say which thrift stores these came from because it's just random stuff from all over, although some of the tags are still on there. So this vintage birch bark box, I don't know if it's Russian or Native American, but I've sold a couple of these before, and I picked this up. I paid up for it. I paid $5.99, but it's just a gorgeous little box with like applique pieces of birch bark, and then the inside is birch bark. Gorgeous little box. I'm hoping that's $25. Let's see, some other little trinket boxes. Here's another one picked up that same time at Treasures from the Heart. This was 99 cents. It's just it's very heavy. It might be crystal. Does it ring? Not really. But I thought for 99 cents, maybe $10 to $15. One of the videos that I was going to work on was to talk about the differences between the Northwestern Wisconsin Goodwills and the Goodwills in the Twin Cities area. Our Goodwill falls in the Twin Cities because we're right on the border. But I haven't finished that video. I got some freelance work that I'm busy doing now, so freelance writing work. So I've kind of put that video on the back burner, but I wanted to kind of show you. I only got 2 things at that Goodwill in Menominee, Wisconsin. They're actually pretty cool though, and I can't find anything about this cup, but it's a shaker cup. Isn't that cool? And look at the glaze on this thing. It's just gorgeous. There is a little signature stamp. I believe it's like a J or something. I'll have to Google Lens that. But isn't this cool? I kind of want to keep it myself. Just gorgeous. So that was one thing picked up at the Northwestern Wisconsin Goodwill. And then the other thing that I got was this little Norwegian Kjagersund little vegetable dish with the mushrooms and all the vegetables. I just thought this was adorable. I think it's probably from the 70s. Here's the mark on the back. And I got this for $2.99 at that Goodwill. I should find the other sticker from let's see if I got one in here, from our Goodwills in Minnesota. Yeah, we're sort of bipolar here in Hudson. For years, all the journalists would say this is a media black hole because there was no television station that covered this area. It was way over in Eau Claire, which is about 75 miles east. And then west is Minnesota, so we were always the Twin Cities media market. We did have weekly newspapers at one time. We still do, but it covers all along the Riverway now. There used to be, I don't know, 4 or 5 separate papers owned by one company, and now I'm not going to get into a rant, but yeah, excuse me. But yeah, this was a really beautiful little vegetable dish, I thought. Ooh, it's got kind of some damage on it, though. I just noticed some of the screen printing is removed right there. Well, that's a bummer. Okay, well, let's get on to the next. Another item from the Little Treasures was a little pill box with a magnetic top. It's got kind of a rhinestone dome on it. It was 99 cents as is because some of the crystals, the rhinestones are a little bit cloudy, but I couldn't find anything else wrong with it. There is one rhinestone that's broken off, but I may be able to pick those out and super glue in some new ones or just sell it as is. Here's another piece from Treasures. This is a tiny little cloisonne covered, I don't know, just a little covered trinket dish, or maybe for rings or pills or safety pins. Really pretty. I'm not sure what this will bring, but I picked it up. And what else did I pick up from Treasures that time? Oh, this piece here. I just picked up a little flamingo soap dish. I don't think this is vintage, but it's definitely cute. And I may have some other flamingo bathroom type stuff I could pair with this. Again, I'm going to be out in the garage cleaning like a fool, but I think this is a cute little piece that hopefully will bring $10. Pulled something from my own personal collection. It's a Dooney and Burke vintage glasses case. So I'm thinking this is 20 bucks. I don't know, but I don't need it anymore. I found a different one, so I'm getting rid of that. Oh, here's the difference. You can see the difference in the stickers. There's Northwestern Wisconsin stickers. And here's the Minnesota stickers. I bought this, I think, at the Goodwill in Stillwater. It is a cute little, is it Jamaica? Limbo Dancer Freeport. But I just thought that was super cool, kind of tiki motif. And new little trinket dish in a box. For, what did I pay for this? $2.99. I probably bought it on discount day. But it's just a little glass tray. Really cute, but I like the motif. It'd be cute on somebody's tiki bar. Do the Limbo. Couple of things from the Titans. I may have showed these already. I'm not sure. I think I got this at the Stillwater Goodwill, but it's a nice heavy paperweight with blue bullicante that's very controlled in the middle. It does not have a polished base. There's no markings. I don't know if this is Chinese or Italian, but I will do a search and see if I can find anything about that online. This was a good piece that I picked up. I paid up for it at the Hope Gospel Mission in Menominee. So that would have been the same trip when we went to the Wisconsin Goodwill. But this is a piece of Viking glass. I thought it was Fenton. But it is Amberina. I paid $7.98 for it. And little tripod. I think this is about $35 on eBay. I think I picked these up. This must have been from Savers, because this looks like a Savers tag on it, but they were just laying here. These are some vintage mirrored aviators. I loved these in the 70s. I was a big skier, and I worked at the ski area up the road. It's no longer there, in high school. And I had a lot of ice ski glasses. This is very reminiscent of them. This is made in Taiwan, so I think they are vintage. But I thought they were cool. 99 cents. Can't go wrong with that, I think. Yeah. Then I picked up a Carrera sunglasses case. I don't have any Carrera sunglasses at the moment, but if I do find them, or I could ship a vintage ski or sport glasses. I think I have some Lacoste glasses downstairs. That's a huge mess of sunglasses that I need to dig through and pair up, or just, I'm gonna sell a lot of them in lots. I just put on some Gucci hard cases, so those are now listed. Pulled those out of my inventory in the basement. What else do we have here? Oh, here's a little vintage recipe box. Paid $2.50 for it. What's cool is that it has all the cards with the graphics in them. So there's like addresses, phone numbers, birthdays and anniversaries, gift list, and Christmas card list. But I thought that was kind of cute. It's sort of a faux leather covered box. I'm not going to get much for this. I probably paid too much for it, but we'll put it on eBay and see what happens. Then, this is an interesting little piece that I picked up at the Titans, but I don't think I've showed you guys. And apologies if I have. It's a little candle. It is Chelsea Gardens by Elizabeth Arden. And the candle smells so good, but it's a little ginger jar. Isn't that cute? And I think I bought this on half price day, maybe. I don't know. But that's going to be hard to ship now because it's going to be getting warm. So, I don't know. Don't know what I'm going to do with that. And I'm not sure. I maybe showed this. This tiny little pencil holder. I think I did. I think this is a past video. It is from Finland, Erica, but these are super collectible. So this is probably a $35 item. So keep your eye out for these little wooden kind of mid-century modern birds. Then out at the Titans, these were 50 cents a piece. I picked up some vintage barware. You know, for 50 cents, I'll start these out for $9.99. Best offer maybe or something. But they're kind of cool. There are more pieces to this. If you had the whole piece, it would be worth probably $30. What else? Oh, this was cool. This I found on a, got this whole chess set made out of onyx. And the whole chess set is there. There were a couple of them that were broken, so we glued them back together. And this is probably $35, $40 on eBay. The shipping's going to be ridiculous, though. So I think I paid maybe $5 for these. I may bring them to a garage sale and try to get 15 out of them. But they're really cool. So I got all of those sitting in a little bucket, but I'll show you a couple of the other ones. Here's the knight. Here's the bishop. Here's the rook. I think I just showed you the kings. Here's the queens. This queen had to be repaired. She was broken. You can see it right down there. So we'll have to disclose that 3 of them were broken and repaired. Here's what the pawn looks like. But they are cool. Even cool for a decoration. It kind of looks like an Easter Island head. And then another piece, and I can't remember where I got this, but it's been sitting here for a while. Wasn't included in any of the hauls. Okay, I made a mess of that now. Was this pair of carved stone bookends. And I don't even know what that's supposed to be. So if anybody has an idea, put it in the comments. I'm not sure, but they do match. They are vintage. They've got kind of a leatherette bottom, but I'm thinking it's granite. I don't know. Pink granite, maybe? Oh, and here's something else I picked up at that, I think this was the 3rd item that I got at that Northwestern Wisconsin Goodwill. These are Nordic ware steak plates. Unfortunately, they are scratched up from knives, as one would expect. I think these actually were underplates, and there'd be a porcelain restaurant ware piece on top, maybe. These were like 75% off, so I think I paid about $1 or $2 for them. But maybe somebody's looking for the holders. I don't know. I've got to really rethink thrifting now since sales are tanking and we don't know what the future holds for the economy. The sort of induced recession we're going to have. But yeah, those were interesting. Here's another piece I bought along the way. It's some kind of a little ceremonial cup. I think it's from Turkey, but these are it was very unusual. I had no idea what it might be, so picked that up. And then I think the final thing that's laying on the desk, that's been sitting here forever, clogging it up, is this little music box. A little, I think this is from maybe Korea or someplace. But it's got a painted lacquer bottom. Oops. It's got a brass mechanism. You turn her on and off. But this little geisha girl, isn't she cute? And everything's there. We thought she was missing a foot, but her foot just is behind the other one, so she's got 1 foot forward. So everything appears to be intact. She works, and we paid $5 for her, and hopefully, I think it's about $25, this music box. So that is my haul. I'm going to turn this off. We won't get a copyright strike, but that's all the stuff on my desk. So I'm hoping to, I've got a bunch of stuff over there. I'm going to list the Mackenzie Childs towel rack, some of the pottery that I bought. I got some of it listed yesterday. So I'm really going to be fast and furious with the listings. So if you see any items you're interested in, let me know. Otherwise, check out my eBay store. A lot of my really old items, like today, I just took an offer of 50% off of a lucite and rhinestone clip-on earring and bracelet set that I've had, I think, for 4 years. So it's out of here. just some of those older items, if I get like lowball offers, I'm just taking them. I'm not going to play that dance where you know, meet them halfway up. You know, 50% off is not horrible on some smaller items, just to get rid of them and clean them out in new inventory. But I got a box started where I'm putting, I haven't delisted a lot of that stuff in the box, but I will on the garage sale day. But I'm writing down a list of everything that I'm pulling out as I'm shipping something, and I see something in that box that's really old, I'm pulling it out. So we have to get aggressive with the bargains. So check out my store, and I will talk to you later. Drink water, keep moving, drink coffee, and use cannabis as needed. Bye-bye.